What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 5, I think, of Beards, 5. Bourbon, and Bidoof. It is a pleasure to have all of you guys out in the chat watching and hanging out with us tonight. And Doug, I don't think we're going to miss or skip anything. We're just going to jump right to the meat of the show tonight.
Absolutely.
Right, so we have a very special guest on what we are deeming Drinnking Buddies.
Go to the Winchester, have a nice cold pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
Warm welcome to the Pokey Diz.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
It is an absolute honor and a blast to have you on to hang out with us tonight and talk some Pokemon news, some things that happened around the Pokemon world, Vision Games Pokemon coming in and subscribing and covering Diz up.
Wait, where'd Diz go?
Let me just
there he is.
Move that to the side. There we go.
Let's see ya.
Vision, thank you so much, man, for coming in and subscribing. We appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to just hang out and talk some stuff. But first things first, since this is the Drinking Buddies segment, what are we drinking tonight, Doug?
Little Old Forester.
Little Old Forester.
Yep. Phil's got the knowledge on Old Forester, but...
And Diz, I believe you also brought something to partake in tonight, did you not?
I did, actually. I got a fifth of American Honey.
American Honey.
Quite delicious on the rocks.
Yeah, so I pulled up some stuff here. So Old Forester, weirdly enough, is actually the first bourbon to be bottled in a glass bottle, period. Nobody else was doing it first. The guy that started this, George Garvin Brown, he was a pharmaceutical salesman and for some reason got into making bourbon.
No, I can guarantee you the reason is back in the day, doctors were like, oh, you got ghosts in your blood. Just
drink some bourbon.
Right?
You're
fine.
Of course.
Originally bottled as a 90 proof. In 1897, the U.S. Established the Bottled Bond Act, which caused everything in a glass bottle to be at least 100 proof. And as we know, key last week, anything over 100 can get out of hand very quickly.
Got a little
especially if it's smooth, right? That's the worst part. Moving on a little bit here. I mean, it was Prohibition began right in the 1920s, and Old Forester was actually one of only a handful of companies that had a permit to sell and manufacture whiskey during Prohibition, and is actually the only one that is still in business today.
I mean, they make good stuff,
that was cool.
So. Did not know that.
In the 40s, they were the first distillery to convert their entire production to industrial grade alcohol for the war efforts. Kind of cool. And they also had the first bourbon to create a decanter.
Ooh.
A bunch of other really cool things. And then Diz, I tried to find as much stuff as I could about Wild Turkey and Wild Turkey Honey. They have a spicy one. Did you know they have a spicy one?
They do. They do.
Is that? I've never had that. Have you ever had it?
It's not bad.
Really? Is it like a fireball type when they say spicy?
Somewhat. It has a tiny taste of cinnamon to it, but it's not terrible. It honestly tastes a little bit more like they took the juice of like a spicy pepper and like put it in the actual liquid.
What was that stuff? Chit was talking about something he made last week, and it was spicy.
Habaneros
or ghost peppers or so. I was like, dude, that's.
I can dig that. Oh, and for Aiden, your answer is it's a bourbon whiskey.
Yeah. All whiskeys or all bourbons are whiskeys, but not all whiskeys are bourbon.
Correct.
It's kind of like spiders are bugs, but not all bugs are spiders, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are all fingers or thumbs, but not. Or wait, no, the opposite.
I don't know
what he said.
I know where you're going with it. But
somehow thumbs and fingers.
But here's some useless knowledge about Wild Turkey, right? So 1855, Austin Nichols starts selling wine and spirits as a wholesale grocer. The business that he started later buys out the distillery that was making Wild Turkey. Weird. And then in 1940, Wild Turkey Bourbon gets its name after the distillery executives that share his homemade bourbon with friends on an annual hunting trip. Of course, they were after
Wild turkeys.
Wild turkey.
Naturally.
And then there's a whole bunch of other things about their premium whiskeys and everything like that. But the one thing that both of these drinks and lots of bourbons have in common is Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
I mean, it's like the holy land.
It's the Mecca. So what I'm thinking is Triple B
Road trip
in the field, right? We may have to do that. Aiden, I wanted to let you know, man, I pulled out a ton of Vulpixes and Ninetales for you. So get ready for that. It's coming your way. And one of the... Where did that go? Nope, not that one. We're professionals here, folks. So one of the things that we like to do whenever we have guests on is, of course, do a little bit of an interview section. So one of the things that I wanted to ask as I'm stalling for time, trying to pull back up the show notes, Diz, is tell us a little bit about yourself.
Here, hold on.
The floor is yours.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously you have a Pokemon-focused YouTube channel. I think it's just PokeDiz, no the in front of that, but it is the PokeDiz at gmail.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about how that all came about, right? What made you want to get back in? Because I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong, so have you always collected Pokemon cards, or did you have like most of us have a gap,
Yes. So just to start it off, there would be a huge gap in mine, actually, starting from around 2002 to actually around, I'd say 2001, 2002 to literally around 2020. Was a gap of actually collecting cards. So I actually got back into it right as the pandemic kind of started, in a sense. And I had been watching, Real Breaking Nate, Leonhardt doing all the videos and stuff like that for years. And I actually still really enjoyed the artwork and the cards, but it was something that I really I was like, do I really want to get back into it? And then I, was like, you know what? I might as well. Because in all honesty, I still enjoy the artwork, still enjoy the cards, still enjoy the environment. Love the aspect of kind of like in a sense, a lottery ticket with every single pack. So I still enjoy that. I mean, it's still always fun. I mean, it's always going to be fun. It's the will I get something or will I won't thing. But I got back into it, in about 2020. And it's been going since then. So it's been really fun. The channel has grown quite a bit. Slowed down a little bit, obviously, because of the wedding. So I'm having to kind of cut back on a lot of content just to actually kind of, in a sense, save for personal stuff. But once that's done, we'll start kicking it back up. But since 2020, back into the cards. I think my first set actually back in. It was funny. Just to kind of say a little bit about that, my best friend and my best man at the wedding actually got me back into the cards because he was like, "Hey man, like let's just go out and buy some." I was like, "All right, fine." So I went out and bought some, and we actually ended up pulling in my first pack. We got and I'll always remember it. It was the Salamence V Max, and it was out of Darkness Ablaze. It was the first pack. Like literally the first one. And he's like, "All right, so that's not normal." Then we opened up another one, like literally it's like just next pack, and it was a full art. I can't remember what one it was. Like it was a full art from Vivid Voltage. I think honestly, it was like the Darmanitan or something like that. But it was basically from like a 4-pack that had, I think it was a 10 that I bought that had Darkness Ablaze and Vivid Voltage in it. And he was like, "All right, this isn't normal. So you're just starting to pull just absolute fire now. So are you going to start buying cards now?" He's like, "If you do, just know this isn't normal rates."
Right.
He was not lying. Eventually, the rates caught up to me. But it's been fun since 2020, or I guess I should say late 2020 / mid 2020, and then I started the channel in 2021 in February, and it's been going fun. I mean, it's been having a good time, man. So.
That's awesome, right? I always love hearing how other people got back in because, we collected as kids, and then obviously
I would say my
the
break
gaps.
I probably stopped collecting the first time, probably before I even went to middle school. Well, no, I still did Yu-Gi-Oh in middle school, so Pokemon probably tailed out at like 5th grade. So 99, 2000, and then picked it up. What's it been, like 6 months now?
Yeah, so pretty much right a little bit before or right after Brilliant Stars release, we all got back into it around here. So definitely jumping in back full time.
Definitely got back into it.
way more than I ever thought I would, right? So
That adult money.
it's different, right? Because as kids, right, and you can probably relate, right? As kids, that we got a pack here, a pack there. I remember my brother opening like maybe like 10 packs of first edition, right, across the entire time, like 10 packs total.
Yeah,
and Arya will rip that in an afternoon.
Yeah,
dude, 10 packs is like 2 minutes for Ella.
Right.
There's no collecting. There's no master setting.
Yeah,
right.
When we were kids, there was like, all right, so you got a pack a week.
Yeah.
Enjoy, kind of thing. And that's from doing yard work. That's from actually doing work.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we were
like,
buying them
I kind of want
ourselves.
to see his parents. It's going to be like, hey, I kind of want to see you open that anyway, so I'm going to buy it regardless.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So I mean, getting the kids into it has given me the excuse to be able to spend a lot more money than I probably should have on Pokemon cards. But you're right. It's
excuse,
the reason, right? It's a justification.
It's justification,
right? But it's great, right? Seeing that the joy again and realizing how much fun it was. So yeah, it's great. So if you had to pick a set, whether it be a vintage set or a new set, what would be your all-time favorite set?
Oh man. I mean, if we're gonna say like all-time favorite set, honestly, it's hard to really put them into levels. I'd say for just the feels, I would have to go honestly with probably base set. But that's more of a that's just bringing back all that nostalgia factor. Yeah. If I had to choose, say, like a modern set, like say in the last 5 years that I would actually enjoy, I would probably actually say, I mean, honestly, Hidden Fates is really up there for me, but that's, with most people, obviously, everybody loves Hidden Fates. They love the shiny Charizard. They love all the shiny Pokemon. I'm the same way. Honestly, the most recent one that actually came out, not Astral Radiance and not Brilliant Stars. I do love Brilliant Stars. Evolving Skies has grown up on me a lot. I honestly believe it has some of the best artworks for the alt arts that we've had in almost any set ever. So I would have to argue, and there's also a lot of good alt arts in that set. So it's not a set that has like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, kind of like Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance. Like they have like a few alt arts in there, and that's it.
Right.
I think it's a set that's so expansive that it has so many different hits and different things that people would like. I mean, you don't have to be an Eevee fan. You don't have to be, any kind of fan to actually enjoy that set. Because, I mean, if you like dragons, like Rayquaza and Dragonite, if you like, if you love Evolutions, it's definitely a set for you. So it's kind of hard to kind of put them in a tier. But if I had to choose, like first and foremost, can be base set, just because it just hits me a different way, because it brings me back to 1990. 9 when it actually, or 98 when it actually it first came out. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the nostalgia is always there. Base and jungle for me. I would agree that Evolving Skies is a good set. I have been spoiled by trainer galleries.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to open up a pack of or not even a pack. We opened a booster box a while back of Evolving Skies, and we got like 4 hits. Like V's or better out of the entire box. I mean, it's rough.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
So I mean, I don't know. I've watched a few people open up in the reprints, and it doesn't seem any better. Again, it's spoiled, right? That's not the point. The point is the chase and the hunt and things like that. And I get it, but it's kind of painful. Especially when you pay MSRP, right? So we picked up an MSRP box of.
I think everything right now, like, what I've seen on Evolving, it's still like everything's kind of marked up on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Our local game shop still sells Evolving Skies for like $7.
Pack is like 7. And
yeah.
Booster, the last time I had it in, it was like I think they had it like 165.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That hurts, and that hurts if you're only getting 4 Vs. That hurts.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things that you kind of. But then I also kind of gauge it as if you are the puller, like you have to get the cards and you have to pull it yourself.
Yeah.
That's something like you can't really get except if you pull it. Like you can't change that. You can't change their minds. They have to pull it. But honestly, like if you're down to about 4 or 5 cards, and this is speaking for me, like. I mean, I got lucky with the Dragonite alt. Like, I had 5 cards remaining, and I actually pulled the last alt card that I needed. I'm not going to argue that's absolutely insane luck, but it doesn't happen all the time. So you have to think about, like, gauge it between what you need from the set and how much it's actually going to cost you to try and get that thing from the set. I mean, because TCG Player is just blowing up right now. There's so many people on that thing. You can buy singles for dirt cheap. If you really want to complete it, like say if you got like the big hitter, like say, let's say for purposes of just explanation, Brilliant Stars. Let's say you pulled the Charizard VMAX, the Charizard Rainbow, and the Arceus Rainbow, or the Arceus Alt-Art already. Would you truly go super, super hard on the set, or would you rather just pay single prices if you are a master set collector?
Yeah,
that's where we're at right now with Pokemon Go, because we have like 8 cards left, period. And it's like, okay, we already pulled the Mewtwo. We need the like a few of the other alt arts and like one of the full arts. I'm like, what? I could go out and buy another $200 to $300 worth of Pokemon Go stuff, or go spend $80 on TCG Player, right? I mean, you're right. The beauty of the market that we live in now,
we just happen to get lucky and pull our Rainbow Charizard out of Brilliant on.
It's like the second pack too. It was crazy.
It was just one random Brilliant Stars pack we picked up one day, going through the drive-through line at Chick-fil-A, and I thought my daughter was going to poop her pants in the car. It was hilarious.
Because of Chick-fil-A or because of the card?
I don't know. It could have been a combination of both, but probably the card. I'm not sure, or the 6-piece. Surge.
And then we got a subscription from Pokey Surge. Sheesh.
Legends here. Legends are in the house.
And as we're I just want to call attention to, I popped it up on the screen, but Bob says that PokeDiz crashed his internet so that he could watch the interview.
Also, if I could refer back to a comment made by Ditto Hand, I think one of us has been working plenty to cover some card packs lately. We'll be all right.
And then Aiden, I don't know how much this will pop up. Oh god, that's huge Vulpix.
That is massive. Look at that Vulpix, Aiden.
Aiden's like, did you know the name bourbon was not applied until the 1850s, and Kentucky entomology was not advanced until the 70s? So selection of bourbons and Tennessee whiskeys at a liquor store. And there was another part of the comment, but I didn't catch that one. Sorry. That was a letdown. I thought there was more in there. Sorry, Aiden. I should have got the other second half of that comment. And then we got a Poke Surge coming in with a sheesh. I would be louder, but I'm not sure if the baby is asleep, Surge. So that one's for you.
I have my sound effects. I don't know if they'll come through though.
Oh, it did. That is awesome.
What's up, Ian?
And then Ian with Ian. Thanks for coming in, guys. We appreciate coming and hanging out with us on a Thursday night. So we've talked about your favorite sets, kind of your drive for getting back into Pokemon.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I've noticed, right? In a lot of your videos, you're always like, that's easily my top 10 Pokemon, my top 8 favorite Pokemon. If you had to pick a singular favorite Pokemon, would it be Charizard? Because I know that one is very close to your heart, right?
Yeah.
The gears are turning.
It's not just because, and I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's because he's like the one, like in any set he's in, he's the best."
Yeah, but we talked about this last week. Like I'm a Zard boy, but that I started there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was an OG Pokemon Red, got it for Christmas. That was my first, my number one favorite card in base set. Like I was an OG Zard fan. So like everybody that became a Zard fan in the last 10 years, whatever, like, okay, like I'll give it to you, but you can't lump me in with the bandwagons because I've been there. Hey, Han, you better watch yourself.
Oh, shots have been fired.
As soon as I saw that drag, that's the thing. Now, in 1995, now this will kind of tell you a little backstory of that. In 1995, I actually got a VHS, and I've talked about this before, in the mail from Pokemon. And I think it was some kind of thing that they were doing with Toys R Us. They're basically sending out VHSs that actually had, in a sense, advertisements for Pokemon before it actually came out. That's before the game, before anything. So we basically got this in the mail. I got home from school, and now remember this is in the mid '90s, so it was okay for a kid to actually get home by himself. You don't have to worry about it.
Right.
So I actually got home by myself. And I got the mail like I normally do, and there was a VHS tape in it. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And I looked at it, and it was like, it said Pokemon on it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. It was like it was something from Toys R Us. It said Pokemon. I was like, what's Pokemon? So I pulled it out, put it in the VHS player, because that's what we had back then. If any kids are watching
Some
VHS,
of the kids, younger crew in
They
the
don't
chat,
know.
they're like, "What's a VHS?"
it's kind of like cassette, and that's not even saying anything. They don't understand it. It's a black thing that has film in it, and you put it in a.
They're like, film?
What's film?
What's film?
Like camera film. All right,
You're
so
speaking ancient languages here.
No, but so it basically had a explanation of what Pokemon was. And I was enthralled by it. And as soon as I always loved dragons. I was always a huge fan of dinosaurs. And as soon as I saw a Charizard, I was like, that's my guy. That's the one. If I'm going to get this game, he's always going to be my starter forever. That's the one. And it was for as many run throughs as I went and did that and had, the craziest last 6 to defeat the Elite 4 that you've ever seen kind of stuff. That's how it started with Charizard. So, all in all, Charizard 100% going to be my absolute favorite for all time.
See what he did there.
The black thing, clearly someone didn't have a Nickelodeon VHS.
I remember
No, I did not. No, I did
have,
not.
Look, Ian, we cannot afford a Nickelodeon.
Yep.
Nickelodeon.
Yep. I mean,
I remember the orange ones.
I think we stole it.
that was the one that you rented from the local family video store before Blockbuster was a hit.
Oh,
and you just
yeah.
completely forgot to take that one back on accident.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so Charizard all in all. But honestly, Pikachu's always my number 2, but Umbreon has been moving up a bit. And honestly, he's kind of almost moved into my number 2 slot, right behind Charizard. I love his look, I love his aura. And he's obviously my absolute favorite evolution if he's even near that. But yeah, Charizard still 100%.
Kids these days will never understand
that
singular comment right there.
Be kind and rewind. Yeah, they'll have no idea.
You got a do not rewind fee on there if you did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you better sit there.
It was great when they made when they specifically had VHS rewinders.
I know,
and that's all it was.
Yep.
Literally made just to do that.
The only thing we do is rewind the video before you took it back to Blockbuster, or we had a Hollywood video too at one point. It's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can see as an OG, Gen 1er, right? Someone who started playing from Red and Blue. I was a Blastoise kid through and through. My red cartridge and my blue cartridge are still over back that way somewhere. So I loved Blastoise, so I can definitely understand the love and just keeping that, because the nostalgia there, right, pulls on the heartstrings a little bit, because you remember an easier, simpler time when you had to rewind videos and things like that.
When Pikachu was a little chubby at the beginning.
It was a little
It was
chubby.
actually very chubby. I thought he didn't
the OG Pikachu, especially the Pikachu from base set,
Chunky Chew. Oh, and Mrs. Chet hit me in the feels there. You used your finger to rewind the video. Do you remember that? You're like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, come on, Chet. We know your favorite Pokemon's still gonna be
Quillfish.
Quillfish. He loves himself some Quillfish. Don't let him lie to you. He actually enjoys it.
Serge likes him a little thick, saying he misses the OG Pikachu.
I like a thick bottom, so honestly, I'll have to agree with that.
And one of the other things I like to ask just people in general too, especially after getting into content creation as much as I have over the past 4, 5, 6 months, is what kind of your streaming setup, right? I'm always curious to know what type of camera you're using, what type of mic you're using, and then obviously we know the majority of people are streaming off of a PC, but in that case, are you using Streamlabs or using OBS OG proper?
Okay, so I actually use Streamlabs. I used OBS for a little bit, and that wasn't at the beginning. That was actually when I was doing something different, and I really wasn't the biggest fan of it. I feel that it's a little more user friendly with the Streamlabs. It's a little bit easier for people to actually understand that have never done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be this guy right here before I actually started the channel. There you go, Doug. Doug's on the same level right there. I've never done any kind of streaming, never done any editing or anything like that. So it was definitely a little bit more user friendly for me. For mic, I actually use the Elgato Wave 3. For a camera, I actually use the Logitech. What is it? The Logitech Brio that I actually use for my camera. It actually works really well. Honestly, for a camera that is not like super crazy expensive, it actually works pretty good. Actually, better than and I actually bought it, the Elgato camera, the HD camera up here.
Yeah.
I actually bought that. Didn't like it.
Really?
Didn't look as good as literally this camera that cost half the amount.
Wow.
Because there wasn't enough editing. So I couldn't actually edit it to the lighting that I actually wanted. So I actually prefer this over anything at Brio. How could you forget this? I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry.
I know Bob has an unnatural love for the Brio. I'm just going to say.
I love it. Like, it works so well. That's the thing.
And see, I had the opposite, right? We tried the Brio, and I just could not get it to look right. These are both Elgato face cams.
See, I'm saying, yours looks great. I couldn't make mine look good at all.
Yeah, and that was my problem with the Brio. Is I tried lighting, I tried different editing things within the settings, and I'm like, I don't like the way it looks. So yeah. But yeah, yours looks fantastic, and so does Bob's, and I know he uses it. So
yeah, so that's the thing. I think it has more to do with the actual lighting than anything else. To be honest with you, I think it's one of those things. Like, if you have more of like a background or an overhead light, I think it works a little bit better than having like the actual like lights on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use that Stream Deck, obviously from Elgato. I like that. If anybody does not have one, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna start actually doing it. If it's anything, yeah, you should probably get that. Just so you know, it's very convenient. Just throwing it out there. Extremely convenient piece of machinery. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Like, that's my whole setup. Oh, and then for my camera, for the cards, I actually use it's an app called Iriun. That's IRIUN. And it's basically, it's a free app on the phone. You can go pro, but honestly, I haven't even gone pro. It works well. There's a little kitty when it's not working, so everybody does enjoy that too. But that's it. That's my whole setup, man.
Yeah, that's a good throwback for the pre-show. Now I understand where the cat came from.
See, when it's not working, that's what shows up is the kitty.
Yeah, so we use for the card cam, at least on this show. Arias, we just use the other Elgato, but for this one, we Epoch Cam, right? I mean, I've had Easy on the app. Epoch cameras work great, so we would do it. And then Bob getting bougie up in here saying he's using a can. You're spoiling it, Bob. Now you can't come on the show and talk about it. I already know.
Yeah, you just giving his secrets out in the chat,
right? Yeah, so that's awesome. Again, I love hearing what other people are using, just because I like tech, I like software. I like to find out new things and I like to teach myself new things. So I always love hearing what other people are doing, because you can always innovate, you can always evolve and do something different to try to bring it a little bit, something a little bit new each time.
Which, if those who have seen the beginning videos, we're only on number 5, but I feel like from day 1 to where we are now has just a total 180.
Yeah, absolutely. I started taking it a little seriously. At first it was just something fun for Doug and I to do on a weekend and have an excuse a reason.
Yes.
To open Pokemon cards and drink. But now it's fun interacting with the community, getting people on to hear other people's stories and things like that. I love talking.
I think it's just like a different aspect of kind of like the Pokemon community plus like the adult side of the Pokemon community. Like you guys, Chit, Surge, like the Rip and Ship stuff, like that's got its whole following. It's its own thing. This is just kind of like a different way to be like, hey, let's talk about something we all enjoy. Yeah, we open cards, but like we're not going to make that our main focus.
Kind of talk about Deep Pocket Monster bourbon towel here. Hold on.
Can't forget that. No, Phil's over here making messes.
I dribbled a little bit. I got excited.
Oh man, you can't dribble. Come on now.
It happens to the best of us.
It's right. Yeah. But new things, right? It's always fun, right?
It was sorry, Chit. It was like closer to 150.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of new things, Diz, how do you feel about Pokemon games?
Oh, well, I mean, since I've collected most all of them since the official release of the first one, I would say I'm a big old fan of them. Yeah.
Dude, I'm missing a lot, and I'm regretting the fact that I'm missing a lot, because we've talked about this before. I was I went back home to visit family a couple weeks ago and went to like a vintage game store back home, and they wanted like 100 and what I say, like 140 or 150 something for a copy of White. I was like, negative. I can't.
Like Pokemon White and Black?
Yeah.
Look, he sent me that, and I could have swore I had a copy up in my attic. I got the ladder down and went up in the attic that afternoon to look for it, and I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
We probably sold it, traded it in, something like that.
Oh,
dude. I was like, because I just want to put, because
it better have been sealed.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. No, it was used with the sticker right across the label still, and I was like, how are you going to ask 140 for that for just the cartridge?
Box?
Yeah, like it was literally just the cartridge. That's it.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, I mean, that's why I'm pumped for something else we're going to speak of later.
Yeah. You should just emulate it though. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Get a ROM and play it.
I haven't done all that stuff
because you owned it at one point. So it was the wrong eye. There we go. Right. You can always skirt the legal boundaries. If you have owned a game before, right, you can download the ROM and you can play it on an emulator. That's how I look at it, right? I paid for the game before. I don't have a system that can play, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time anymore.
No.
But I do love the game.
A good friend of mine, he actually just sent a Snapchat the other day of his lime green Game Boy Color, which hit me right in the heart because that's the exact same one I had.
That's the one I had.
With an OG copy of Blue that he had to actually do a little bit of work on because the battery went bad. So he resoldered the battery in himself. Works perfectly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I think anytime you can find someone that's got their original things and they still work like that, it's like inspiring, right?
Yeah.
I didn't take care of myself that well as a kid. Come on.
I was always trading and.
Do they work? Do they work? Oh, that's awesome! Like I love that. I have the original Game Boy. It's somewhere around here.
No,
it doesn't work.
We broke it out the one night and we couldn't get it to turn on.
I had put batteries in it. We couldn't get it to work. So
yeah.
All right. Was there any kind of like the little goop that comes out of the batteries? Did that happen?
I don't remember.
No. So it's actually pretty clean. But I mean, I probably got that when I was 3 or 4, right? So been through 100 different moves. One move overseas, one move back up from overseas. So I mean, it's been through the ringer. So I didn't expect it to work. But I think you were going to say something whenever I said Turtles in Time, and I'm interested because I think I know what it is, but I want you to say it.
Yes, so Turtles in Time, I believe there's also a remake coming out of that, if I'm not mistaken. But I know that there is an actual stance. You can actually get the, isn't it some form of arcade game you can actually get that actually has them featured in that, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, so 1UP Arcade, you can actually get, like, it's a 3/4 size arcade. And Walmart carried them for a while. And I tried to convince Ashley to let me get one day because we saw
that thing's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's like a small version of the one that we would use to play in the arcade. So that's pretty awesome to me.
Yep, but there is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that's on Xbox Game Pass now is fantastic. Ari and I played it; it's great fun. But there's another collection coming out that's going to have like a bunch of those old, like re-resed, up-res is the word I was looking for. So I'm excited for that.
I'm going to tell you the last time I actually said this to Shannon the other day. I was like, I don't remember the last time I actually turned my Xbox on and played it. All I've been playing lately is my Switch.
That's kind of like my PlayStation right now.
Yeah. I mean, now mind you, the main reason I've been playing my Switch lately is I've been burning through Arceus, but
I've been trying. What's going on with my computer? Hold on.
I caught Giratina.
You did. I mean, you hit the point of Arceus where the story part is done.
It's to the point now where it's like, collect every single Pokemon, and then you can fight Arceus. And I'm like, my attention span is broke right now. I can't do that.
It's like,
I did not get that. I did not catch Arceus.
Like I went back through and tried to do like some of the little, like the little villager quests and side quests and stuff like that. Got through some of those, and through that, doing like the what do they call it when there's like like the outbreaks or whatever?
Oh,
like in the different regions,
hunting for shinies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
And we were trying to do that. So like I went and did some of that, but it's like
there are people that are still like streaming it that are doing shiny hunting.
Yeah.
And I applaud them because in my mind, I'm like, that would be cool to have a slightly different color of some Pokemon because some of them are awesome.
Yeah.
And some of them are just
or
slightly
the
different
hunting.
colored.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I caught a handful of those.
I don't know if you ever watched like Austin John Plays on YouTube.
Actually, I watched part of his because he did a review or a preview review, whatever you want to say, of yesterday's trailer.
The direct, yeah.
Yep.
Which it's a great segue. If you haven't checked him out, go do it. That gives me an excuse to tag him in the chat. We're gonna do a little bit of newsy news here that happened around.
You said you watched us too, Diz, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Austin John Plays. It was great. I found him back in when like at the start of the pandemic when Animal Crossing came out. I stumbled upon his channel and then I fell in love with it. So
yeah, I'm super excited about this.
Yeah. All right, let's go and dive into this week's news.
I don't watch the news.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no sound. So you guys can hear me.
Hey, I can hear you, but you couldn't hear us. Hey, what I was saying was thanks for joining us on this very professional show.
This is the only one everybody can hear.
Hey, we're coming for that number one spot, Joe Rogan. Watch out.
I'm like, I wonder if everybody else can hear anybody.
Yeah, so like I was saying, London Worlds, first time in 3 years, they're back in person. It's cool. This guy talked a bunch about things that were happening and all the great stuff about being back in person. A little bit jealous because at Worlds, they're going to have a Pokemon Unite Championship. They're going to have a pop-up Pokemon Center, and you get the only place to get this super cute Pikachu is at on-site.
That's a really cute Pikachu. It's like a Roselia and a Pikachu got together.
Yeah, and he's got like the little like Royal Guard-ish looking, you know.
I was going Roselia because it has the roses, like different colored roses on each side, and as well as what looks like to be a Mary Poppins top hat and an outfit, I think.
Yeah, I'm very sad that they will not sell this anywhere else. I think they are going to sell some different versions of plushies similar to this on just the normal Pokemon Center website, but
still waiting to see if we get more Squishmallows.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Not this
I'm still waiting for my email about the special delivery Charizard.
Hey, so somebody posted, I screenshot it, and I meant to send it to you, but at like 5 something this morning in one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, someone was like, "Hey, just FYI, I just got my code."
Oh,
so
I checked.
I heard there was a wave too. Yeah, I didn't get one of those.
Yeah. Whoever wins 2022 World Championship is going to get an awesome trophy, though. It's actually
awesome.
It's really cool.
It's
very very modern, yet also Pikachu holding a traditional trophy up top. I like it.
Love it.
All right. And then something that is near and dear to my heart because I have jumped back into this game probably more than I ever thought I would. Pokemon Unite, right? So Pokemon Unite has an event running for their 1-year anniversary, and one of the cool things is Pika Party, where everyone on the map is a Pikachu. Every other person, every other enemy is a different type of Pikachu. So the chit, So the Chit Pack and I, we played Pokemon Unite the other day. Definitely gonna have to jump back into this guy and play this. You got there's a surfing Pikachu. You got some other stuff, and then you've got one of my favorite things that they've done.
Looks like he's been into some steroids.
Can you believe that they added Buzzwole, aka Leonhardt, to the game?
I can actually.
Buzzwole, a
troll, as it were.
Yeah, I mean it's great, right? I did play one game today against Buzzwole. I didn't get a chance to play as him. So if you do play Pokemon Unite, I don't know. Jury's out on this one. If he's fighting other melee characters, he seems pretty strong. But I was playing as Sylveon, so I ended his life very quickly.
Is he just released today, or is that something that
so it would have been yesterday. He came out yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday, I should say.
And then one of my favorite parts of actually this whole thing is this little cinematic. This cinematic, aside from the Scarlet and Violet trailer, was one of my favorite parts. You have a trainer running up a snowy hill. Oh,
That's red.
There's red, but wait, there's Pikachu.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, and then it's for Pokemon. Oh, I paused too soon. Too late.
that's
It's for Pokemon Masters EX. So
Oh, cool. So they're adding red to the game.
yeah, 3-year anniversary. I played this game off and on. It's a mobile game. Play it off and on. It's definitely a gotcha, right? So it is designed for you to dump stupid amounts of money into to get the Pokemon you want.
Yeah.
Gotta love those.
Yeah, played it off and on. Ashton and I played it off and on. It's fun. It's a good time saver. It's what I like to call a good potty game. You know, you're on the stool and you need a little bit of
or TikTok.
Yeah.
But
but they're adding trainer lodges. There was no other information about it. That's all it is. We'll see what that equates to.
yeah, I never played that one. See, I have Unite downloaded on my phone, but never
I have a feeling this is about Mewtwo.
And then you have Mewtwo who had a bad burrito. Got a little stomach cramp there. And it's back. What's back, you may ask? Well, Mewtwo is coming back to Pokemon Cafe Remix, a game that I know no one in. I don't know anybody that played this game.
I didn't even know this was a game.
I've never even heard of it.
Nope. It's I want to say that it's some type of match 3 game. But here's the important part.
Oh, look at that.
Growlithe and Arcanine
I'm with
running across the
Clearly.
plains. Houndoom.
Did you see the Houndoom that was laying
This
down
game
there? And
was
the Wooper? Did you see the
absolutely
Wooper?
insane.
So, it's because I forget who it was that I watched, but the Wooper is a different type of Pokemon in this one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
poison.
it's poison.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
So you have
poison
the-
now. Yo, I need this game in my life.
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
I
I'm
want it
like-
now.
It's like it could be Rose's brother.
So I want to call attention to one thing that I'm really excited about, right? So you've got this treasure hunt thing they're talking about, but that's not what gets me excited.
No.
If you look at the balls that he has, not the Pokeballs he has, I should say, they're premier balls. Literally my favorite type of Pokeball in the game. In the games, they do nothing different than normal Pokeballs.
Nope.
They're
They just
just
look
as useful.
Except that when they open, they have a nice red
Yep.
little
don't think I ever
animation.
noticed
that
that.
I put.
It is purely cosmetic, but I like
Yeah, I
the
don't think
white
I ever noticed that.
and the red.
Yeah.
You got some really cool shots of the legendaries. You get to, we got the Paldea region, right? So there's the Team Orange and Team Grape.
What you
You
call
get
it, grape?
Grape, yeah, it's grapes. So I don't know if it's in this trailer. If I can pause it in time, the school logo for one is an orange, Scarlet, and it's a bunch of grapes for the Violet school.
Wow.
Abundant nature, right? So I mean, you get one legendary Pokemon that can fly, climb, jump, ride, the whole 9 yards.
It's basically how you get around the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got Fido there, who is super adorable.
Yo, they have Dragonair in this, which means I get to play with Dragonite, so I'm all
Yes,
about
that's
it.
true.
So at the end, because I think it's at the end of this trailer, you see
You see the Dragonite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this trailer had me rolling because I was like,
Yeah.
first off, huge fan of the fact that we're kind of throwing in some of the Arceus aspects of the
Yes.
overall exploration,
100% agree.
which I did like with all the Pokemon that you got to be with. But this kind of centralizes it to one Pokemon that can kind of do everything. I'm like, oh, well, who wouldn't want a Swiss Army knife Pokemon to travel the world with? In a sense, and now it's just like, oh, here you go. Now you have that. Go explore, and it's fully open world. And I don't know if they talked about this yet, but you can choose, I think, whose gym you go to first.
Yes, so it is
That's
a
complete.
100% open world. The gyms do not scale with your level, right? So you could go and fight a gym that is extremely hard and then beat it, or you could go to one as you're over leveled and go back to a super easy one.
Yeah, which is complete. I mean, historically, you always
It's
start
a
out,
line.
you
That's history right there.
progress through the gyms.
Completely
Mhm.
open world. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not ready for this gym. Hold on, they got level 50s in here, and I got
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, that's like even in Arceus, you're walking around and you come up on an alpha, and like one region
Yeah.
would be like a level
Like,
30 alpha, or the next it's like a level 75. You're like, what? I can't touch this. I gotta go.
Yeah,
See
you
ya.
you MC Hammer it, right?
Yeah, like
I'm super excited for that feeling again to come up over a hill in this game and then run into something that is 16 levels higher than me.
Yeah.
You're
And
like,
just
I
decimates
stop
me.
fighting you.
Yeah. One of the things that we don't know, I don't know if it's been confirmed. I haven't read anything about alphas, right? I would love that alphas would come back.
I did like the alpha thing in Arceus.
I did like the alpha thing.
I think I talked to you about it, Doug. I went on a tear where my goal was to catch as many of the alphas as I could from different types of Pokemon. And then I went, and for a little while, I was trying to do Shalfas, right? Shiny alphas.
That makes it harder.
Yeah, even worse.
That makes it much harder.
That may be why I got burnt out and never actually finished to catch Arceus.
Yeah, see, like, there's just, I know the road to get to where I can try to catch Arceus is a very long road at this point.
It is.
I was like, I've put almost 50 hours into this game right now. Like, I'll step back for a little bit from it.
I mean, that's what I'll do. Before this comes out, maybe in October, I'll go back and try to catch Arceus.
Like, I played Shield for a little bit the other day. I played Brilliant Stars for a little bit today. Or not Brilliant Stars, Brilliant Diamond.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it is. I made it myself.
Right,
Stand by. It's coming out next week,
It's
guys.
a hacked ROM, guys. Watch out.
Buying that game.
Allegedly. I played Brilliant Diamond for a little bit today. Just switch it up. But, like, it's so hard switching back from Arceus to...
It is. You get the quality of life in Arceus.
Yeah, like
things...
the whole open world, just being able to go do what you want to do. You're like, oh, wait, I'm stuck here.
I think that Arceus was more along, like, it was in a sense a building block that they were trying to test out and see how the open world aspect would do in a Pokemon game. And now they've straight up thrown a normal Pokemon game in to that aspect.
I think they killed it with Arceus.
So you can choose to go on the gym badges. You can choose to go to all 8 gyms and do that thing. Now there's another side quest you can go to with this. And you can also go, let's say, with your friends. If you just want to go ahead, because we haven't talked about that yet, you can play together.
Yeah. So I'm going to let this play as we're chatting here, right? So you've got your starting Pokemon, Sprigatito, Sir Quaxley, and Fuecoco. If you didn't already know that, you kind of missed some of the other trailers. But you journey together, you do your thing. I'm hoping here it is. I think it's coming up. I missed it. Rotom phone. Rotom phone. Sold. You get a Rotom phone. Oh, speaking of Rotom phones, so at one point, Pokemon Center actually had a Rotom phone case you could buy.
Why do you not have 5 of them?
Because it was during like the first release of Sword and Shield, and I didn't even know about stuff. So I'm definitely want to find one if they do it again for this.
That's cool.
The trade animation looks super cool. We got a Sizor there. And there's this treasure hunt mechanic thing that they keep talking about. And we don't know much about it.
I like this aspect of it too. So in a sense, instead of like mega evolving or
so you get your Terra something. We have a news article on it in a little bit that goes into it a little bit more in detail. But they basically crystallize. And there's Dragonite. And some of them can turn into different types.
I love that. He is a crowd.
It's so great, right? And then you have the raid mechanic from this generation will be focused around these Terra-formed raids for stronger Pokemon. Friday, November 18th, I'm taking the next week off to play this game. So look forward to that.
I'm in a little bit of a pickle right there.
Oh, no.
I also will not be able to do that because I'll have used all of my vacation time on wedding as well as honeymoon.
Yeah,
it's right before this drops.
Oh, deer season.
Yeah,
play it we're in the stand.
Yeah, I might have to take it with
me. Yeah, you need to play in the stand. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I just don't want to drop my Switch out of the tree stand and scare
Just get a
buck of a lifetime.
Get like
out.
a lanyard.
Yeah,
right.
Just tie it around my neck.
Yeah, we just call them a lieutenant loop. You know.
Yeah.
So we got the Paldea region, right? As we know, more or less focused in Spain. Then you have the 2 legendaries. Good.
This looks like you get this at the beginning.
It seems like you get the legendary Pokemon quite early.
Yeah, it seems like it sets up for you getting it semi close to whenever you start the game.
Because everything so far has been shown with you or with the trainer with one of these. So I don't see why they would focus so much on showing you this legendary Pokemon if it's not something you're going to get right at the beginning of the game.
What I think probably what will happen is there'll be a gating mechanic, probably much like Arceus, where you have to go to a certain zone or get a certain gym badge to get the next type of ability, right?
It's kind of like we talked about it is the bicycle, how historically you've always you have to get to a certain point in the game, you have to do something to get the bicycle, and then you get it and you're good. But
it makes it fast.
I feel like this definitely comes early.
Yeah,
I like it. I think the aspect of it is absolutely amazing. I think that they've done a great job with kind of bringing. It's kind of like melding in old school with new school, and I love that because they're kind of like saying, "Hey, we love the bicycle aspect. We love the faster travel. We know this is a huge open world, and you guys, if some people want to straight plow through this thing, this gives them, an advantage to that, and they can go ahead and just do that. But if those who want to go ahead and explore, they can also do that too. I love that they've combined both of these.
One thing I hope they change from Arceus, I absolutely love Arceus. I love the way it plays, the different aspects of it. I hate the fact that you have to go back to the village every time to go to a different region. It's so
very frustrating.
I already know what you're gonna say. Agreed.
Yeah, like if they can figure out a way to change that, take it out of the game, make it so that you can just travel in between zones, something. But that was so annoying because it's like, oh, I have to go check in with Professor Laviton to go back to the village, to walk 2 steps into the village, to turn around, to talk to the guard, to go to another zone.
Especially if you were doing like outbreak hunting.
Yeah.
It kills it. It kills
annoying. That's annoying as hell. Like, it's one of those things, the loading screens alone are already annoying.
Then we had the release of the names, Koraidon, because you ride on it, and Miraidon, also because you ride on it. The Miraidon turns into an actual motorcycle, which unfortunately I will not be playing that version. And Koraidon runs around even though he has wheels. It's very confusing and weird, and I want to know why.
See? That's why I want the violet one.
He's got wheels, but they don't. They don't turn.
I
love it.
Why? Like, you've got Tron over here that looks freaking awesome in the violet one, and then Scarlet, he's dopey running around on.
See, it's hard for me because my favorite color is red, so I feel like I'm gonna end up with Scarlet just because red's my favorite color. But
I gotta get that violet, bro.
A funny story, right? We're watching this the other day as live, and Ashley comes downstairs and she goes, "Well, I had no intention of buying this game, but now it looks like I'm going to be playing it." This trailer and this direct sold her on it.
It was good. It's a good trailer, right?
I tried to convince Shannon to let me buy another Switch the other day. That went over very well. Needless to say, I still only have one Switch.
Ian says this is the equivalent of the motorcycle in Breath of the Wild. Sorry, I neglected you, chat. I will not forget you.
You'll be mad about this, but M has asked me if she can have her own.
I guess I never got that far.
So we have one of the old school, like the original Switches, and we have I have a light and Ari has a light. So the lights are perfect because I can use it upstairs. I don't have to hook it to a TV.
Oh, I tried to go big. I was like, hey, can I get a new Switch? She's like, no. I was like, but they have the OLED one now. I was like, it's so much nicer. She's like, you don't need that. I was like, I know, but I want it.
I'm waiting for Ditto Hand to pop up in chat, but she hasn't said anything yet. The gym leaders, right? So Grusha here, there's a lot. I'm not going to go into it, but if you go down the rabbit hole of the internet, as I did, trying to find different news stories, there is an entire backlash about this specific gym leader, Grusha. So
what upsets people?
So I'll say this and then we'll move on because I don't want to try to get political at all. On the press site, and I think this was in one of Austin John videos, on the press site, it has their identified gender, and this is a he. And people are very upset that this beautiful specimen of a human is a he.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll let you, chat, go dig into that. We did have a look at a new Pokemon there. I'm going to try to go back just a little bit.
You want to say, what was the... Yeah, there you go.
So you've got Ice Whale. Actually, so its name is Terra something, but it is the Terra Whale Pokemon. So it is the land whale. Ice type. In the news article,
looks like a Glalie.
A little bit. Yeah, in the news article, it's got the names and things like that. So we'll look at that in a second. You got obviously not a Hassuian version, just a regular Arcanine again.
Hassuian's so much
better. Yeah, it is.
Cetan, there it is. And then you've got cool Desert Mad Max scenes here. Witness Me. Some Go-Goats.
That has a very Zelda Breath of the Wild-esque feel up on top of the tower.
I mean, these all kind of do, to be honest with you. Like, even when playing
Arceus had that, it had a very Breath of the Wild play feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the way that it was open and there was a lot. That I felt like they took Pokemon and Breath of the Wild and made like a little magic baby, and out came Arceus.
Yeah. And I mean, it got flack for still looking like something that would have came out on the Wii. But I don't care, right? I'm here for gameplay.
Bad, though.
I know, I'm here for gameplay.
That's why I still say it was kind of like a tester. That's what
Mhm.
Arceus was. It was a tester to see how we did with open world games with Pokemon. And I already knew when I was a kid, I was begging for this kind of stuff. Like, what would it be to, in a sense, like walk out and your whole experience was completely 3D and you could go where you wanted to?
Yep.
Because that's how it would be in real life. If I could fly on a Pokemon, well, I'm not determined to go this path. Like I could go anywhere in the world.
Yeah, no more. You have to follow Route 1 through 24 down to 16.
Back
through Celadon Cave.
Or 4th or whatever.
Yeah, man. Yep. I'm so excited. And you got your two professor-esque people. One looks in a little vampire-y.
She definitely has little vampire teeth right there.
I'm interested.
Looks like Ella when she was a baby.
He could also be a vampire too.
It could, right? He's
hey, but we could at least bring him onto an episode of Triple B.
He has a beard. Churro. Then you got Clavel, who, depending on which version you pick, has a different color coat because he's the headmaster of the school, depending on which one. And you got Jacques, your homeroom teacher. Your best friend, Nimona. Your other friend, who's an upperclassman, Arvin, who is a good cook. And they made a very specific point to mention he is a good cook.
So, obviously, he's going to play some type of role in your cooking experiences.
Right. So if you remember in Sword and Shield, there was that whole camp mechanic,
which took me a second.
Right?
I was a little confused by that when I first started playing Shield. I liked it, but it was new. You know what I mean? Like it was something different to that game. Never really did it before, so I was like, this is weird. But once you figure it out, it's not bad.
And then you've got Gigantamax EV backpack here, which if they don't,
I love the EV bag though.
They better start selling these. They would sell like hotcakes.
I would buy it.
Penny, she's a very soft, shy person. Gym
That's
leader,
a dude.
Grusha is a dude.
Allegedly,
they identify as a dude.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
So some of the new Pokemon.
We got to know who's everybody starting with.
This is the only important part of the entire thing right here.
Like, who's starting?
You got 3 Rotom.
3 Rotom.
You're going to top me off there, bud.
Oh.
3 Rotom right there. So confirmed, Rotom back in the game as a catchable Pokemon. Right? So very excited about that because, again, I don't know why. It's a very weird, odd Pokemon, but it is my favorite.
And it's funny, before I came over here earlier, I was trying to figure out the steps to catch Rotom in Diamond, Brilliant Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to the old place and watch the TVs and
yeah. And then Arceus in the it's wild.
So I bought the one thing for my room. I think it was the lawnmower. Bought that. They hadn't had anything else in stock.
Yep.
So it's like I got to keep trying to go check back.
And I like that mechanic. I kind of hope they bring something like that back. Where I have to go and buy an item to evolve him into.
As long as they don't bring back the mechanic of you have to go back to the village every time.
Exactly.
I'm cool with it.
Then you got your dirty Whomper here, who has decided to roll around in the mud. And
he is definitely
poison.
rolled in the mud.
Poison type Looper.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Right. Anytime that we can get a reimagining of a version of a Pokemon, right? I'm down for it, right?
Because what'll this be? What do we say? Gen 9? Gen 9?
9. Yep. So Hooper, Paldean form, because Arceus would be like 8.5. Right.
So he'd be water and poison type instead.
Yep. And then
I love this one too, actually. I'm not gonna lie about you. The one that's on the screen right now is really, really cute. It looks like, in a sense, like sweet rolls that are also little puppies.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like,
so you got
on my head right there. Like,
yeah. So someone call Amy on Go because you have this generation's cute dog-ish Pokemon.
I mean, that looks, honestly, I'm not gonna lie about it. It looks like the Bolton.
I like it. Fido, right? He's made of dough. What's not to love? Tasty treat.
He's literally made of dough.
It's a tasty
He's
treat.
He's
a little Cubchoo running away from Cetian.
Titan.
Oh,
Titan.
Yeah. Then you got your 3 starters, right? Again, I'm holding my judgment until I see their evolutions.
I mean, as a cat person,
but Aria is going Sprigatito, so I can't go Sprigatito.
I can't go against tradition.
I
just can't.
So I mean, Sir Quaxley for me is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I can't go against tradition. It's gonna be Fuecoco.
And so typically in
questions asked.
Pokemon games, this is something I want to know from you guys out in Chatland and you, Diz. Do you ever give your Pokemon nicknames?
So I actually don't.
I don't. I have never.
I am that boring guy that does not give nicknames.
I think once upon a moon when I was like in a prepubescent phase and I thought it was funny to call things like inappropriate names. I probably did, but that was a long time ago.
I mean, this will be the first time I'm going to commit to it right now. I'm going to pick Quaxley.
Write it down.
And I'm going to name him.
Remember this.
You ready for it?
I got him.
Sir Quaxley.
Sir Quaxley.
I'm just going to put a sir in front of him. Look at him.
What about when he evolves? Are you going to change it?
That's a good point. Maybe. Or he may just be Sir Quaxley the second.
Forever.
Right? No, he'll be the second then.
Yeah, and then it's the third.
Right?
Why don't you just call him Dr. Quacks?
Dr. Quacks is pretty good too.
Because then
Cocoa
that kind
Pebbles.
of goes.
Yeah, you got Sprigatito. Is super cute. Honestly, right up there with Litten for me.
Yeah.
Litten as a starter was super cute.
Pokemon,
His, other forms in Cineroar, not so much, but this one, I'm hoping they do it justice.
That's a cute Pokemon.
Fuecoco burning the orange for some reason. I don't know who likes cooked oranges.
Who needs that orange?
Yeah, and then Sir Quaxley looking
absolutely
distinct.
Okay, listen. All right.
Look at the pompadour. Look at it.
He's definitely a close second. A very close second. I'm digging the hair. He's definitely got it going on.
Look,
very close second.
I mean, you gotta
look at the quaff on that.
See, I
guy.
keep mine short.
Got so much flow going on.
I actually asked my wife the other day, Days, if I should grow a mullet. She said no.
She said no. I don't have that much volume. Look at the volume in his hair.
She said no.
I mean, he's just got like it's just. Well, if I didn't have hat hair right now, I could probably.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a
sick flow.
Man, he's just flowing, man. I gotta say, Quaxley, honestly, out of the three, has the most, I think, personality.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right. Fuecoco is just mad.
He just doesn't like oranges.
Right.
He's like, who?
He
doesn't get that orange.
And Sprigatito's the weed cat. She was hanging out in the grass, tree lover. And then Sir Quaxley's over here living his best life, taking a bath, washing his hair.
Yep.
Self-care is
He's
important.
fresh. Yeah, man.
All you men out there,
fresh.
self-care is important.
Bieber hair going. I mean, everything's good.
Oh
right?
God, he's the Beavers.
You got a mud
Ditto
gray.
hand will be all about that.
You got the goats. The goats are back. But the way that played out makes me think that it's going to be you run up and you catch them. You have the option to catch them just like an Arceus. You don't have to battle.
Yeah,
which I'm down for. I hope you have the option though.
I do like that.
Trade animation is awesome. Your Pokedex is cool. And here's the important part, guys. This is what I'm very excited for.
Yeah,
especially in this little neighborhood that we have here. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Even if it's just Doug and I sitting down here drinking bourbon and playing Pokemon.
Well, we remember we had said, I don't know if you do remember this last week because that bourbon kicked in pretty hard.
If it was later on, who knows?
We did talk about doing some type of like live stream, real time play of the games when they first come out. So
I've got to figure out a way to do so I can capture mine.
Yeah.
I need to figure out a way to be able to capture your Switch
at the same time.
You're right. Because I don't think I could do it. I think I might overload my Mac if I try to do it both. But I may be able to talk to Mrs. into letting me borrow her laptop, streaming it to there, and then putting it into there.
Well,
it's very scientific.
Yours, because then in a sense, like, you may not get the actual. Well, I mean, I guess you could get the mic version, like his mic going off, but you could just stream yours because technically he's in the same game as you.
That's true. We can just play it, and then 1 week it's yours, 1 week it's mine. We'll flip back and forth.
Yeah.
So whatever, we'll figure that out. That's actually a potential.
Yeah, because I mean, in a sense, you're kind of traveling in a sense together.
Yeah, Diz the problem solver because it's true. You're right. We're not, as this scene will show. It's not like in old ones where you're playing through a game, I'm playing through a game. We can trade and battle.
Yeah,
you're in it. You're in it to win it together.
Dude, speaking of the old ones, remember with the Game Boy Color, like to do like any like little trench, you had to like have your Game Boys literally not connected by a cord. Like they had the little infrared thing at the top. Yeah.
I'm very excited for the B Street Pokemon races that we're
I was
going
to
to
say that definitely looks like
we're
a drag race right there.
Yep, it's going down. Visit the shops together to get some candies.
Yes.
So we got, Hydreigon, Serena. I don't know what this one in the middle is, and then Pelipper.
I
can't think of the name.
It escapes me. I know they had boxes of it for Champions Path.
Ian,
Oh, see, I wasn't-
Manscaped sponsor soon. I mean, self-care is important. Treat yourself, my friend.
Treat yourself. What's her name?
Hey, Ian, how's that beard coming along, homie? Is it coming in? I'm
Ian's
counting on
growing.
you.
He's trying to.
I was the other night. I did pop in while I was working. It was looking better. I'll give him that.
You got
was looking good.
Terrastol. That's the name of it. That's the name of the
yeah.
crystallization.
Yeah.
Right, the Terrastol. You got LeChonk there. Terrastolize.
Sprigatito.
Right, so
Terrastolize.
Weed Cat, Terrastolize.
Trimmed it going lone wolf. Oh, Ian.
What did he say?
Trimmed it.
Trim, man. Just gotta let it low.
You
These
get
look
White
so
Cocoa
cool.
gets a chandelier, which is kind of
I'm
cool.
not even gonna lie. Yeah, he looks like a chandelier.
And then Quaxley gets a fountain.
So do they all grow like do something out of their head? Because
Yeah.
remember, like Diz said, Dragonite had like the crown looking
crown.
thing. Like
Yeah, it kind of looks
Sprigatito
like
has
they have
something. Look at
different
that.
versions per, I think, different typing. So I think each type is probably going to have their own like chandelier, as it were, above them. And this one looks more like a flying, because obviously it's flying because it's got freaking yeah.
So interestingly enough, I was reading up on this one, right? So it will also learn one of the pre-release things you can do. So once you get the game and you get your gift code or whatever you can download from the cloud, you will get a Terra flying type Pikachu, and it knows the move Fly.
Oh, that's convenient.
From Jump Street.
So, I mean, now you have a flying electric type.
That's pretty. I mean, it's like
That's
having a
interesting.
Zapdos.
Yeah.
To almost start the
But
game.
with balloons.
But with balloons.
Persian looking absolutely gorgeous with a giant diamond.
Like,
Looks like a lot of the fire ones will get a
chandelier.
chandelier.
I think it has to do with typing because that looks like what was on Flake Coco's. That it has to, and that's once again it's a diamond. But I've heard that the Eevees, like this is showing, they can actually have different typings than just the normal typing. So you can have
Which is weird because it's still an Eevee. It didn't evolve. It's still an Eevee.
Yep. You're right. I think that's the rare Terra typings is what they're calling it right now. When certain types have a more rare Terra typing.
So it'll be interesting. And I know we actually I think we had this conversation whenever we were driving through there, Diz, about if Eevee actually gets a normal evolution. Yeah. Right? Or an evolution that's not evolutions, right? So I think this is one of those logical kind of middle grounds. We'll see, right? Because there's still a few weeks.
Yeah.
There could be some more leaks, there could be some more
Oh,
trailer.
yeah, there's definitely plenty of time between now and November for other news, other leaks.
So at this point, they did say in the trailer they were talking about you get to go out and hunt for these Pokemon that may have rare Terrastol types.
Yeah.
So that kind of that looks like the Tumblestone type thing
Arceus.
from Arceus.
So you may be picking up a Haunter here that is a ghost in I don't know normal or ghost in ice.
What was it in Shield that they had like the
Oh, it's like the G-Max things, yeah.
Yeah, and like
the raids, right?
Air raids, yeah.
Yep. So you get the raid mechanic is back, which again it was okay. It led to some really crazy things. Where in one playthrough I had like a Radiant Gardevoir there. I had a Machop that was like level 45 before I hit the first gym.
Wow!
Through a raid, it was crazy.
Is that from Arceus?
No, from like Sword and Shield in like the
Oh
wild
yeah.
Oh yeah, that
it got
weird. The problem is I could never I never had success against anything that was larger.
So what good was it?
Yeah, so then you get to catch the Radiant Pokemon from I call them Radiant. Sorry, the Terrastol Pokemon from the Terrastol raids.
Yeah,
which I'm excited about. Right, open world. Looks like there's some crafting mechanics back again, which I'm excited for. I liked that aspect of being able to make my own Pokeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can make potions and things like that.
I like that too.
You get to go anywhere and everywhere, it looks like, from the get-go. Or I'll say most, probably everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be
there will be limitations.
Yeah, there'll be some areas that you'll have to unlock and complete missions or hit a certain level. And I wonder if they'll do the same thing with Arceus, where you have like the star level.
Oh, to like get to the next zone. I will be interested to see if they do this where it's it's truly open world where you can go from one zone to the other seamlessly, or if there is like a central hub again where you have to go back to the city
annoying.
to do something.
I really hope they don't have that.
I hope they don't either. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I hope it's just standard, like open world, like literally you can go anywhere whenever you want to. But it's hard to do.
So Poke Beach has a pretty good breakdown of the terrestrial phenomenon, right?
Look at that Pika.
It's kind of the battle mechanic, right? Here are some of the pre-release photos. You got a super cute flying Pikachu. You've got your Eevee. That's the normal type one. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley, and then another one of Pikachu, because why not, right? An interesting thing to note is all the Pokemon in Paldea can terrestrialize.
Yeah.
Terrestrialize.
Every single one.
Terrestrialize?
Terrestrialize.
It's
if you say it, it sounds like they're just aliens.
Yeah. And then here's another one. Terrestrialization allows players to enhance their strategies. 18 types, right? So there are 18 different types of Terra. So Terra Orbs, Terra Energy, right? So this is where you can charge your orb because you need the energy to be able to terrestrialize.
Yes.
Right, yeah. The raid battles again. Here we go. Here's a closer look at Fido, the puppy Pokemon, a fairy type. Huge fan. I did see that coming, I have to say.
Oh, cute.
You know, anytime they have a super cute small Pokemon, they kind of always put it as a fairy type.
Yeah.
Wooper, Paldean, poison fish Pokemon, poison and ground typing.
Satitan.
Yep. So I'm
I don't know. I
happy
think
about
that's
that.
how you would say it. Satitan. Diz.
Setitan.
Mm.
It's the land whale Pokemon.
Yeah, I say Satitan.
Yeah, I'll go with it. Because there is Titan right there, so Sea Titan. Setitan.
Setitan. Yeah.
Whopping 14 foot 9 feet and 1,500 pounds. Interesting.
Yeah.
In addition, there will be new regional Pokemon found across it. That's the only ones that we got. Larvitar and Stonejourner will be in Scarlet, and Bagon and Ice-Q will be in Violet. Probably some more ones, but... And then you have all the forms that we saw and all the people that we saw. So, I mean, overall, Rotom Phone. Overall, very, very excited. Very excited to dive into this with friends and family and actually see how in-depth the co-op is, right? So in the co-op, can we play the entire game, or do we just get to play different parts of it, right? I'm excited to see that.
I think it's going to be killer.
One of the because I think being able to like go down that giant mountain with friends, catching Pokemon and fighting Pokemon is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna bring something that we have never had in Pokemon, and I'm here for it.
Yep.
I would say they're definitely trying to change things up, make them different but better.
Yeah.
So
and I'm here for it. Right. Again, I don't know why I even brought that over here. I'm here for it. I'm here for the change. I'm here for the things that make it exciting.
Yep.
So, out of 10, I'd say I'm an 8 right now on the hype meter. I'm very excited for it. Right, there could be something that I don't enjoy out of it, but I highly doubt it. Right, I mean, there hasn't really been a Pokemon game that I've played recently that I have absolutely hated. So,
no,
I mean, yeah, I would say as far as any like cartridge type game, no.
Right. Right. We'll say
AAA. You get into, like
budget,
the little
budget games,
the little like apps on your phone, whatever. Some of them are kind of like,
yeah,
but
a lot of them, to be honest. But then bringing it back around to the TCG news, we have had a confirmation of a Hassulian Electrode V Box. So this will come out in November, about a week before the next set, which is called Silver Tempest. We'll talk to that in a second. You'll have a promo Hassulian Electrode, a jumbo, a bonus holo card, 4 packs, and a code card. $19, right? So this is another budget
box.
Yeah, budget box, which I'm here for. I love them, especially if they reprint them and then they get dropped to $14.99 at Target.
I say Bolton's still $14.97 at Target.
Picked up 2 of them there for a video that may be coming soon. But that means that the regular Hassulian Voltorb card is going to get cut from Lost Origin, but we will still get the full art in the set.
Okay.
And it's saying,
I like that Infernape.
Oh yeah, well that's a confirmed box. We're getting that. We're getting the Verizon Wireless box. Those are coming, so we'll see when those hit. I think those are supposed to hit in October.
Yeah.
So super happy about that.
Right around the time of the trick or treat.
That's true. The trick or treat bags. So Silver Tempest, guys. If you thought that 4 months in between Astral and Lost Origin was too much,
yeah.
How about less than 2 months in between the next two sets?
Yeah, really.
No,
it's like back to back to back.
How are we supposed to master set stuff?
It pretty much just confirms that on Origin, I will not even try.
Yeah,
I will. I can't. I can't financially even make sense of it. Right.
I mean, I'll probably, obviously, I'm going to get some.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I'm going to go.
Oh, I'll get a lot, but still.
I mean, I gotta get that chew. I'm not gonna lie about it. I gotta get all three of them big.
We'll get to it. I got something for you. Yeah, we'll get to it.
I want that Altart Giratina so bad.
So November 11th. Yeah, November 11th, right? You've got Origin on the 9th of September, I believe. So a month and 2 days. 2 months and 2 days. Sorry, 2 months and 2 days. But this will be stuff from Japan's Incandescent Arcana. Shout out to Aiden. It'll have the Alolan Vulpix in it. And then also parts of Paradigm Trigger, which had Lugia and the Reggies. Plus any of the weird things that are cut from Lost Origin. And then this will be our last main Sword and Shield set, most likely. Yeah. So this will be the send-off, but then we'll get the special set of Sword and Shield as the official send-off in early 23 with the anticipated release of the first base set Scarlet and Violet in February.
Again, cards coming.
2 months. 2 months is a lot.
A lot of cards coming.
Did I do that twice? Oh no, this is the Incandescent Arcana. So this is the Japanese version. So
I didn't any of this, by the way.
Yeah. So you can see the Radiant Jirachi. You've got a Gardevoir trainer gallery. That's not Finnegan. It's not Delphox. It's Brexen. Yep. Which I think we talked about this a little bit last week. That's the only time that a mid evolution has been featured on a trainer gallery.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting.
Brexen is actually more popular than the third evolution. Just to throw that out there. Actually, that's something that I actually have researched. Brexen is actually more popular.
Yep, look right there.
Yeah.
And
then they had that Brexen Charizard tag team back in Sun and Moon, right?
Yeah.
You got some Reshiram coming back in here, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
Your Vulpixes, which I believe this is the only one yet that in a stage 1 Pokemon has had a V-Star.
Wait, that's a stage 1 V-Star?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a Vulpix.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. So a Alolan Vulpix V-Star, right? So we've had Pikachu VMAX, which is a stage 1 Pokemon. We've not had a Pikachu V-Star though.
No.
There's not been a V-Star from a non-evolved.
Let me check you on that. Technically, Pikachu is not a stage 1.
No, it's not it hasn't had a V-Star. It's had a VMAX.
No, I know, but it's technically not a stage 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It Pichu. Okay, you're right. You're right.
You gotta go back to Johto.
You were right.
Yeah. Okay.
You were right.
Technicality. Diz wins on a technicality, I guess.
That's technicality.
You're right. Still, it is the only, I should say, the only non-evolved basic Pokemon, because Pikachu is a basic Pokemon in the set.
It is a basic Pokemon.
So let's put it that way, which is interesting. The Gardevoir, which is a gorgeous card. It is.
Has a very Beauty and the Beast-esque.
Radiant Jirachi, which, again, the Radiants don't look as good in English. They still look beautiful, but they're
so much
not
better in Japanese.
Quite as good. It's the hollow pattern that gets me. And maybe the silver border. I don't know. So the promo set for McDonald's has been fully revealed.
Dude, people are killing it already.
So we thought it started on the 4th. It starts on the 8th for America.
Somehow, I guess like everything.
It's all over that Facebook group.
Yeah, people have already started getting it because there's been like 2 or 3 of the different groups that I'm in where people are like, oh, I went to McDonald's today and I didn't even buy any meals. I just bought the cards. I'm like,
bought the cards. Come on, man.
All
Same
right.
time for the kids.
Yeah,
there's
really.
There's nothing like exciting in this at all, really.
No, there's nothing exciting.
No, but like
there's
my
like a
kid will be
Pikachu
excited
and
if
a
I take her to
Growlithe
get a
at that
6-piece and some Pokemon cards all at the same
absolutely.
time.
So I mean, the Bulbasaur is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
The hollow pattern is cool.
See, I like the Cyndaquil. I like the
That was the
Charmander.
old one, though. That's the old set.
It's the same. The hollow pattern is the same. Sorry.
Oh yeah, okay. I was.
Sorry, the hollow pattern is the same. So you're gonna have this confetti style hollow pattern.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say because the new set comes out looks nothing like this at all.
Yeah, no. But the hollow pattern is supposed to be the same confetti style hollow pattern. We will see, right? Who knows? But then you get these like little like can I zoom in on this? It'll let me? No. You get like a little spinner and a battle thing. Anyways, it starts the 9th. I thought it was the 8th. August 9th. For anyone in the UK though, however, it started today.
Already out.
And they got a really, really cute Happy Meal box. Look at that.
I might have to get a Happy Meal just for one of those.
Ours won't have that. Ours will be the normal.
Ours had those. You could just add the ears to it.
No.
I have literal boxes of them too. I'll show them off for
yeah.
I still have them. Like, I'm prepared.
So you see the hollow pattern is still that confetti style, which is cool. I like it. Ashley is super excited about the Smeargle for some reason. Yeah, whatever. You get these like little different booster sleeves, we'll call them, right?
Honestly, it's
cool.
Not as cool as the first one.
No, I would agree, and we missed out on most of the first one. I think we've got like a Ghastly upstairs from the first one. I don't even know where the rest of them went from that one Happy Meal we probably got. Whatever.
It just doesn't hit the same way. This new McDonald's set, it just doesn't hit the same way as the last one does. It doesn't have any nostalgia in it. I mean, it's got a Pikachu, which is cool. It's got a Growlithe, which I would like. But other than that, I'm just not.
Yeah,
I was still watching.
No, the starters I'm down for, right? Aiden says, that Alolan Vulpix, his favorite Pokemon. So
yeah,
up on chat, guys. And then one of the last kind of like news articles. Cover this one briefly, right? I know, Diz, you've started getting into the TCG, like the actual battling portion, more and more. I have dabbled in it online. I've yet to actually go and play in person, except in person with Aria. One time we showed up to the local Pokemon night and we were the only two there. So we battled each other. It was still fun, but
there you go.
It was like a stormy, rainy Saturday, so it worked out terribly for that. But the Pokemon Company International has actually released different formats, which is official formats, right? So you're not going to get points or anything towards Worlds, but you got a raid format, right? A PvE format of you and your friends taking on a raid boss.
Okay.
For the younger kids, right? This, I think, will be the hot topic.
Yeah, I mean, the kids that have grown up on like Pokemon Go and the raid battles on there and stuff like that, like that definitely appeals to them.
All right, so there'll be different little things. You'll get a card you play as a raid boss. It'll have different abilities that you give it. You'll have different health and things like that. It's kind of neat. I think I like the idea of it. We'll see how it actually plays out, or if people actually pick it up. Right.
Wait. So, question about that. I mean, do we have any information about how would you, as a player, be able to play this, or what's the deal with this?
Yeah. So you would be able to get a group of friends together, use this new rule handbook for raid format, and set up a raid battle with TCG cards. Right. So in this example, the guy that wrote the article said he got to play a few at NAIC this year, and it was they used a jumbo card to represent the raid boss, right? So they had a jumbo Tapu Koko, but you could do it with a jumbo Boltund and give him like extremely different moves and things, and higher HP. And then you work together to take it out, right? And an interesting word that they use, you lost zone the raid boss's deck. So I tried to read through this beforehand and understand it a little bit. It kind of like standard, but there's no coin flip. You get 7 cards. You get prizes. You get to evolve Pokemon during your first turn, which you don't get to do in standard play. But the raid boss doesn't have prizes, nor do they have a starting hand. And then supporter cards act differently. your water energies and your energies can act differently. It's very interesting, and I'm excited to see how it plays out because it does seem fun.
Huh.
Especially, one of us is the raid boss, and the other, the 3 kids are running around as trying to take it down. Who knows?
Yeah, really.
The full rules are there. It's in the alternative play handbook. So go check that out if you would like. Now, Diz, last week, I want to build some suspense just for a second. Last week, we went through some of the English cards that have been seen in the wild for Lost Origin.
Got that one?
Oh yeah.
In the Japanese version.
So some of these we'll go rather quickly through because they're not that exciting. They're exciting, but they're not, right? Some of them I want to talk about. The Parasect looks cool. It has no eye. It has no pupils. It's really weird.
Which freaked Ashley out.
Yeah, really weird.
Yeah, a little freaky.
Yeah, Ashley was definitely
Roserade, yeah.
Roserade looks beautiful. I like that. There we go.
There he is.
Charizard.
You've got Leon's Charizard, baby. I mean, having seen this in Japanese,
having owned 2 of them now.
Doug has been lucky enough to pull 2 of them, weirdly enough.
I have one of those as well.
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
The yellow border works.
It does.
It works.
I hate it on some cards.
I don't.
But
I love it on this one.
Shoot
yeah,
me.
on this one it's good. Because Diz, we talked about this last week with Chit. I feel like if it has that warmer color pattern of a card, it's okay. Like it works. It doesn't throw the card off. The whole thing works together. But as you'll see in a different card, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Like that right
The chandelier,
like this one.
It's a perfect example. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
The yellow does not work. The silver border on this one from the Japanese set is superior.
1,000 times better.
Here you go. Here's one.
Really good. Works for me.
This one
I don't
isn't
mind
terrible.
that one. I don't mind it.
Yeah, this one's not terrible.
No. This one is terrible.
This one makes me hate the yellow border with a passion.
This is just the first part of it, though. That's why these are the easiest to pull, which I love from this set because Lost Origins is going to give a lot of people the stuff they want easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about the trainer gallery, too, is you will always get, well, I won't say always, but the high likelihood of getting something, right?
Yeah. Like you're going to get the first 12. If you open up this set, you're going to get one of the first 12. It's going to happen.
Which the pain and suffering, not really, but the emotional distress that we went through to try to pull this one.
And we lucked out.
We did luck out.
Pack 10.
Yeah. I only drove 1,500 miles to get the box. No.
No big deal.
The Bonnet doesn't
Minor
really
details.
speak to me, right? I mean, it doesn't.
That doesn't speak to me.
But it's another one where like the yellow doesn't work on it.
Oh, it's a very,
Arcanine.
very, very crumpled Arcanine there.
That looks like it came from an elementary school.
Yeah. The Spiritomb, it's okay. The silver's better, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Love the
See, I like this one.
That works.
Yeah,
I love
this
it.
one looks
It works.
phenomenal. The whole card looks great. The yellow border goes well with it.
Works.
But it also has the warmer color scheme. Like there's the red, orange, yellow in the corners. Even with that blue behind Kamado, it still works.
Yeah. I want to call attention, though, to the ability on this one specifically, Diz. So, Unfazed Fat prevents all effects of attacks from opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon.
It's crazy.
Can't be poisoned, can't be stunned, can't be put to sleep, nothing. That's kind of powerful.
Well,
but he puts himself to
like
sleep.
I was going to say that's actually kind of like its original power.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you look back in the OG stuff, that's actually was his original ability that he could be poisoned.
Right in the middle of a battle, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go take a nap."
Yeah. No status effects though. No status effects worked on. The cast form kind of works.
It's not terrible.
No, the one that you pulled from VMAX was better.
Yeah,
with the silver border for sure. But it's not bad.
This looks really good.
It does look good. I wish that there was an English version. I don't think anyone's actually found this one in English yet. Some of these I'll skip around through because they're not that exciting. The red and Pikachu, very excited for that. Pikachu getting a lot of love in this set.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
And then you got your VMAX Pikachu.
Chunky Chew.
Chunky Chew's back, baby.
It's not even
I love it. You know, the red in the foreground makes
Yeah.
it for me right there.
That one's
It
phenomenal.
looks so good. It looks so good.
From a player's perspective, Crobat
Good.
going to be great. Dark asset is fantastic. This just prolongs its usefulness in standard.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites, though.
Yeah.
This rose is good. This would be like number 3 for me. But John Wick Rose.
Arita.
Yeah, the John Wick Rose has got it for me. He's like, so what? Look at this giant.
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go. Some other full arts that are coming, and then you've got your gold Chunkachu.
Gold Chew.
And then what I'm deeming the Chunka Mew, the gold Mew.
Oh, yeah. I pimp out my Mew deck with a few of those.
Yes.
The texture lines that you can see. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If maybe I'm wrong, but that looks like it's going to be a texturization on the card.
Oh, yeah. And some people have said, Photoshop. Some of these could be. Some of them could be.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're going through this much trouble to put this much detail on the Mew plus the sparkle on the corner, the light effects, I mean, hats off.
Yeah, like if you have that much time and you have that ability, kudos, my sir.
There's the Enamorous. Here we go. There's the Arcanine. The yellow's not bad.
You say it looks better in Japanese.
Yeah.
But
the silver one's better, but it's not bad. It's warm enough, I should say, to use one of those. You get Kabu, the Cook. There's some Volo stuff for Lost Origin too. Bum 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 bum. And then you've got your Giratina B-Star, which
that thing.
I'm gonna try to get.
It looks like I think I'm gonna have a seizure looking at it, kind of thing.
I know, but I love it.
There's so much going on in that card; it's ridiculous.
I love it though.
I'm very, very excited. Very, very excited. Well,
there's so much going on.
I mean, again, for the most part, a relatively slow news week when it comes to the TCG. Relatively giant news week when it comes to the
video game.
Yeah. Where did that go?
Baby.
I lost one of my screens. Yeah.
It's in the cloud.
There it is. It was on top of something. Sorry, I was trying to move it back over so that Diz would be able to see.
It's in the crowd.
And Serge says, cat. Yes, Pumpkin has decided to join us, our unofficial.
He's been here the whole time. He's just been chilling over on the couch, napping. Watching from afar.
Yeah. Pumpkin is the one cat that is relatively sane and won't destroy anything up here. The other two are...
Yes, especially Murder Mittens.
Yeah, they're like 3-year-olds. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, Murder Mittens, she has her moments.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm super excited for Lost Origin. If you say it too fast, it sounds like you're saying Lost Oranges.
Lost Oranges.
I mean, as Foy Coco said, who needs them oranges?
Foy Coco said, F them oranges.
Yeah, Foy Coco's like, oranges, out of here. Gotta go.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean...
Is there a little Charmander back there, Diz? Something to see back there?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I love it.
Charmander.
Don't let my wife see the Snorlax over there. She'll be all about that.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you, I got plushies galore up in this.
Dude, so the store we're going to tomorrow, they have one of those like gigantic Snorlaxes. Like that thing's like 5 foot tall. It's huge. Yeah. I love it. And I was like,
beanbag.
So yes, they sell. I want to say they sold the shell, but they didn't sell the fill. So you had to fill it yourself. And I was like, whatever, you can find something for that. But like, this thing is massive.
I'll make that.
I want it. I'll sleep on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think. I mean, again, that's kind of the end of the news this week. Not a lot from the TCG perspective. A lot from the game perspective.
Yeah, we covered a ton of TCG last week.
A lot to look forward to. Lots of new sets coming though. I mean, you got 2 new sets within the next 5 months. That's a lot. Yeah. And then you've got a special edition set kind of thing that's coming out at the beginning of next year, which if it follows suit, and it's going to be $150, $160. So
a lot of rip and ship is.
Kid,
busy.
Kid, keep your Christmas money.
I don't do the ripping chips.
Oh no, sorry, Chit does.
Chit does the rips.
My bad.
I need to switch over and start doing those things. I know that.
Apparently.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, Diz. I mean, we're gonna open a few cards here if you wanted to hang out.
Yeah, I want to see him.
All right.
I just got a little.
You wanna do your 10 Thursday? Shout out to Powder. 10 Thursday instead of 10 Tuesday here.
Powder.
Let's grab this
and
little.
let's make sure. There we go. Oh, how did you get there, sir? Oh, excuse me.
Oh, hello, Bidoof.
What's in it?
This little Decidui 10.
Oh, my camera's very zoomed out on this view.
Oh. So. See if I can get a hold of it here.
Sergio saying finally.
Yep.
Love you too, Serge.
Look, sir.
Mwah.
I have debated on
code card.
There we go.
Because I know it's the opposite for y'all. Why don't you just turn
Yeah, well, it was my left hand. I was a little confused in either way.
Surge. I've debated on actually potentially doing just the podcast piece, right? Doing especially on heavy news weeks.
Decidui promo card.
Yeah,
just for everybody.
So you should be this
it.
way. You should be normal. No, you're normal.
Yep.
No,
there we go. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, you're normal. I'm
There we
the
go.
upside down one.
Yep.
Professionals.
Upside down. Oh, look at this.
We've been here before.
Right.
2 astral, little brilliant, 2 evolving.
Oh, me and Miss M's favorites in the end. I like it.
What do we think?
Something from Evolving Skies.
What are you going with? You going Astral?
Yeah, we'll go astral.
Right.
We'll start it off.
I'm feeling at least a full art from these 5 packs. At least.
Oh,
From
even Surge is saying
Skies?
it.
At least a full art.
I hate trying to.
All Dark Current, definitely a full art. So, yeah.
I always feel like I'm gonna bend the cards. Like, am I doing something wrong here when I do this? Because I feel like I'm gonna bend the card.
You just gotta like manhandle and open it.
But I always feel like I'm gonna be like,
You need some scissors. Will some scissors make you feel happy?
maybe because then I would just end up cutting the top of the card off.
There you go.
Oh.
You figured it out.
Well, none of that one.
Well, yeah,
there you go.
we know that this back's going,
There you
guys.
go.
I don't have a crash sound.
Oh, hold on, wait. Hold on. All right, well, I got a bad one.
Oh, Diz has it. Yes, I love it.
Teamwork, baby. It makes the dream work.
I got you. I got
Hey,
you on that one. Hold on.
Chit, you're welcome.
I got him pulled up now.
Togepi's so cute. Oh, look at that. Look at
Ooh,
that.
Radiant.
There was something in there.
Good. That was good.
Hey, you can't go wrong with the Radiance.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, the Greninja, I would say
That thing's still like a couple
yeah,
bucks. The Greninja.
The Radiant
is-
Greninja is definitely the top Radiant, but
Yeah. Halucha. I like me some Halucha.
I don't know
He
what
was
that
actually
noise was.
really cool to watch in the anime. You can ever watch the anime? I actually liked him in the anime with Ash. It's pretty cool looking.
what do we do, Phil? Here, do we save the evolving till the end?
Save the evolving to last, right? So
Oh,
if we're gonna cry, let's do it at the end.
I'm gonna cry about it.
So we went through a phase when Arya was like 3 and 4, where we were watching the anime all the time. She would want to watch it. We would watch it constantly.
I know it's upside down, but
yeah,
for anybody that's in here,
snipers.
trying to snipe code cards.
Black code card, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, there's something here. It could be.
Something coming. Something coming. Something
This,
coming.
this is Astral, right? It could be a hollow, right? If it's an Absol, I call it. So still need that damn Absol.
Come on, something good.
Here we go.
Oh,
Luxray.
Luxray V.
Right,
Look, if I'd have thought about it, this shouldn't bust anybody's eardrums.
No, that was way better.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
1,000 times better.
10%. Aiden, sir, every card that is not
Comment.
deserves a sleeve, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where'd we
Luxury.
There we go.
But the craziest part
Teamwork.
is that actually Snorlax was indeed a common at some point, and I sleeve Snorlax as much as I can. So I really don't agree. You know, we can't even say if it's a rare or more, it deserves a sleeve. A sleeve card is whatever card you decide deserves a sleeve.
That's very true. You did again, black code card. You're spoiling it.
Oh, got another one.
You gotta pull
Hold
it from
on.
the back.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Don't flip it over yet. I got something for this. I got it.
Do you
Hold
want
on.
that?
You ready?
Do you want that again?
Let me go to this one.
Do you want that again?
And all right, ready, go. Oh, hold on. It's locked. I gotta unlock the scene.
Oh, I see something back there.
There we go.
Oh, I see a little something back here in the back.
Can we get it? Jacori says he sleeps commons and uncommons.
That's
Look at
my Turtwig is my
Turtwig.
nephew's favorite.
Trap
Like
inch.
it?
Piplup. There we go.
Hold on, wait.
Roomish. Ladle. And
Oh.
Not bad.
not bad.
Nope. Nope. Not what we were looking for.
Yeah, a wild Dracorius has appeared.
Oh, Draco's in here. What's up?
Thanks for hanging out, man. He said, "Oops, I was hiding
I do
in
the
the
same.
shadows."
I
Yep.
sleeve commons and uncommons with my cloudy sleeves from ETBs. From
I just
my
ordered a ton of these dragon
That's a
sleeves
good
too.
call. That's a good call, Draco.
What?
2 more packs of the dragon sleeves.
Did you?
Yeah.
I still have 7,000 packs of the
Well,
penny
you
sleeves.
went a little hard.
We may have bought like a case from Amazon because they were super cheap.
Hold on. We got Evolving Skies now.
That's true.
Will it be good?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, don't flip. Oh.
Ah,
I was like, don't flip it. Don't flip it. Oh.
don't flip it. Ah.
Nope.
Well, it could be there is error packs.
I mean, you could. I've seen Diz pull an error pack.
I've put up so many error packs.
It was not the good kind though. It was a black one and nothing was in it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can be the opposite here. A little Avalug.
I think I've gotten one.
You got a
Good.
Ripon Bay.
Hitmonchan.
Oh, Aiden, how dare you, sir?
Aiden, come on, man.
Sableye.
You gotta be positive about it.
Vigoroth.
I mean, you were right on this one.
You
but,
are right.
Yeah.
Can we get a little LPM up in here? Come on.
Come on.
Clown
Come on.
pack.
Come on.
Look.
Come
and
on.
come on. A little Umbreon on
Umbi.
the
Get a
front.
little Umbi action here.
Can we get it?
Don't show the code card. Let's make it. You gotta and pull it from the back.
Yeah.
So you can't see it because if it's
Get
white,
out
then
of
we
there.
know there ain't
Get
jack.
it out of there. We don't want to see it.
There we go. Oh, I can't look.
There you go.
I don't know
Don't
where
look.
it landed. I didn't want to see it land.
I didn't see it. You're good. From the back, I may come on.
Oh,
Dark.
Dark. My old friend.
Nuzleaf. Ice Cube. Skip Bloom. Applin. Lillipup. Emolga. Tentacruel. I actually love this because I have a deep love for Halloween.
In the
So,
Punkaboo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Jumpluff.
Anything?
Bluff.
Is there anything?
What do you think?
Come on.
Ah, nope. Nope.
Nope. Dag nabbit.
It happens. Happens to the best of us. Again, comes back to the chase.
Oh, it does.
It's true.
Speaking of, still looking. So you'd mentioned earlier about should you go out and buy singles or should you pull it yourself? Right there are certain cards where I want to have as
Yeah.
a first owner.
You were right.
The
Aiden,
first
it
owner.
happens.
I get it.
Some things I do.
Yeah.
The Misty is one of them. I know somebody that has a Misty that would trade me and has offered. But I'm like, let me see if I can pull it first.
You can get it.
I know a guy. I do know a guy.
That's all I love about Pokemon cards. It's like, look, you can get the lottery ticket you want.
Right.
Phil.
Or
Murdermans.
We got a murder. All right, so I've got a bunch of Astral here. We're gonna try to see if we can get a Misty.
here we go.
If you get this tonight, I'm going to be like, it was destiny.
It was either that or I'll pull. I'm trying to think of something else that I need.
From Astral?
Yeah. Oh, I should have guessed water. I got it right. Joy. Cool lava.
Get your
Heavy ball. Oh, I'm too far up. There we go. Now you can see me. That way.
There you
Bergmite.
go. Perfect.
Shoutout. Ponyta.
One of Ditto Hand's favorites.
Reflect. Bronzor. A reverse Choi.
Joy in there. That's for sure.
Mighty.
Right, yeah.
Look, at this point, I would take either the Misty
Or the Absol.
or the Absol.
Well,
He
you
has-
had the Absol.
He has not pulled an Absol yet.
No.
I have the
Are you
reverse. And,
serious?
yeah, I have the reverse and the hollow, and I'm
Just
like,
tell me. I'm gonna send you both.
well, that's I have him, but he's like,
No.
he's so set on trying to pull them for himself.
Those are the only two like non-Vs or better that we have not.
I literally,
not a
I
single
have
one.
two of the Starmie trainer galleries, and I'm like, hey, like I have an extra one, and he's like, I don't want to play. I'm gonna pull it for myself.
I don't want that one. I want mine. When the one I pulled.
It's getting to the point that we have a few left, and if we don't pull it, then I will find something
Look,
to trade. It's a V-Star,
my
but I'd be a
friend.
guess.
Ah, here we go. No,
Mer-
Ashley,
Mermans.
look, she loves me.
Cricketune.
so-
Unidentified fossil. Bronzong. Sneasel. Misdreavus. Barboach.
Roach.
Scyther. Eevee. Oh, a reverse
Glade.
Gallade. I don't think I had that one.
Reverse, not bad. Oh.
Rapidash.
No.
We're gonna get on that Diz level when it comes
I know,
to sound
I've gotta-
effects.
I've
He's
gotta
got
step up.
everything.
I'm playing Stream Deck. Just get one.
I gotta step up my sound effects. I started. I need to get better. Someone needs to. We need to get a stream deck. We get a stream deck. for
Actually, you
easier.
need to get him a Stream Deck ASAP. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
Right now, I
Y'all
have to
will love
click
it.
on it to say what it is, and it's
Y'all gotta get the small one. You don't even need the 16 button one, or like no, actually mine's what 15. So like the 30 button one. Just get the 15 one.
Oh,
It
it's
not
the
has
same.
multiple- it has
Aiden,
multiple
this
pages.
is
You can
it's,
go over.
Ginger.
Ginger murder mittens.
Murder Mittens.
Because, like you said, you can set up folders and things on there. So
She's
I'm not
very
Yeah, you can set up multiple things.
selective in who she likes.
I'm gonna go fire.
I've known Phil and Ashley for about 2 years now, and it's taken me about 2 years for Ginger to remotely like me.
Yeah. Energy Lotto, Quillava,
So
Swan.
her name is Murder Mittens.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's Murder Mittens. She's questionable at best.
Yeah.
She seems safe.
Mm,
The reverse Devil to go with the
it's
other
a
one.
facade.
It
It's
is
a facade.
nothing. Best of Queen.
That's the queen.
Hey, girl.
She can be very loving when she gets to know you.
Yeah.
But she also does not like people really
No.
at all.
She does not.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me at work.
Yeah. Me too.
Just kind of got to deal with it. Put on that happy face.
Oh, I looked at this one.
Okay. All right.
I know.
I got a feeling about this one.
I'm gonna-
We're gonna get something.
I'm gonna go darkness on this one.
All right,
She
I'm gonna
eats
start.
cardboard. She does eat
I'm
cardboard
calling
and
it
plastic.
vague though. It's like we're gonna get something. Like we can get anything. It's like yeah, that's what I. Oh, somebody's
Nailed
All
it.
right, there's one. Clearly, canceling cologne. Sheldon. Another Sneasel. Another Misdreavus. Another Barboach.
There we
Oh,
go.
there's a Rowlet.
Rowlet.
Oh man, that.
Awesome.
Oh,
Ooh, reverse
Togekiss. I still can't figure out how to catch this little punk in Arceus because he's always flying
Feather
around.
Ball. Yep, Feather Ball.
Okay. Have to give me
Oh
some-
yeah, that one. Yeah. It's flying
Yeah.
around.
Another Feeble. Yeah, so you get up on the ledge, the ridge beside of it, and you wait until it's flying back towards you,
and get
Yeah.
ahead of it.
and then feather ball it.
Okay.
Wait, did you actually catch it with a feather ball? Because I have yet to actually catch
Yeah.
it with.
Yeah, feather ball it.
Oh.
So, shout out Austin John Plays. Again, I'm going to tag him in the video now. He did a video on how to catch that one and the Gyarados that's also flying.
I remember that one. Yeah, I
Yep.
thought that was a bug.
Yep. No, the Gyarados was actually flying.
Yeah, it wasn't a bug. It's actually flying in the air.
I don't think I came across that bad boy.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
first zone.
Yep.
I have to go look for it.
Yeah.
Dracoris.
I really thought it was a bug.
Oh, Dracoris is actually allergic, even though his cats love face hugs. That's never good.
It's the
Oh
worst.
yeah, Drake, you need to avoid that.
They just don't fight my suffocation cuddles. Thinking water.
Fire.
I go fire. Yeah, I was thinking fire.
None of us were right.
Ours would
I
beat
mean,
that one.
mine would beat that.
It's just, you know.
Wait and see turbo hair dryer.
It's a hairdryer.
Yeah,
I don't
do
care what anybody
what?
says.
Jubilife Village.
Stupidest part about Arceus.
Hip
Jubilife Village.
Wait, beat turbo.
hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus?
I'm clipping.
Damn
that.
you give him the easy ones.
I'm clipping that tonight.
We got the hippo.
Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, little Camilla Poniard.
On your
Growlithe.
Love it.
Voltorb.
Voltorb, the Pokemon.
Yeah,
the-
Mega.
Yeah, Mega.
Yeah, Mega. Oh, there we go.
I see something. Obviously, everybody can see it. Oh!
There we go.
I gotta.
That's a good one.
I haven't pulled that one yet.
You
That's
got
a
it?
really good one.
Yeah, we haven't pulled
I
that
have
one
yet
yet.
to pull that yet.
I gotta double check.
That's a good one, man.
Oh, speaking of Palkias, somebody went on a little lunch break the other day. I did a pogo raid.
I may have, yeah. So on my lunch break, I may have
My
went out
co-host over here.
may have went on a little lunch break. I had to go by a place that we're potentially having a birthday party for Aria, and it
Yeah.
happens to also be a Pokemon gym. And I was like,
cool.
while I'm here, open it up. There's a raid going on. It snagged me a little Palkia. That's all. It's fine.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, last pack. Now or never.
I retract my previous statement.
Ginger, what are we gonna get? What do you think, Ginger?
I'm gonna go psychic. Gotta go psychic. In honor of Diz, I'm going psychic.
I'm feeling that.
I'll go water. That was actually my second.
Well, as Diz says,
You
Cranidos.
Not a psychic here.
canceling clone.
Oh,
Hill
might be some back there.
I saw a peek. I got a
I
peeky. I got that
see back
peeky.
there.
Pseudo Udo.
I'm just saying.
Combi. Drifloom. Psyduck. Quilava.
Ah, dang it.
Just a Cleavor.
Yeah, that was
Oh, is there a card behind it? Nope.
it. Speaking of, here's a funny story really quickly before we start wrapping up. Actually won a pack in Pokeballer Mike's Shining Fates giveaway last night.
Yeah.
No, it was in Chit's channel. No, sorry, it was in Chit's channel. It had 9 cards. Her pack had 9 cards in it.
9?
9, just 9 straight cards,
Is that
including
including
the energy.
It was missing 2 cards?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
wow.
crazy.
Oh, wow.
Well, I got the no Misty tonight. I got a Palkia. Can't complain on that.
Again, I know a guy.
I mean, obviously a $30 card. So
Uh,
what about that?
right there. I need to move my camera a little bit really quickly. Diz, it has been an absolute pleasure, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. That was
I have
awesome.
had
It's
a
been good times.
blast. All the social links are going to be down in the description. The YouTubes are down there. Our Twitters are down there for the show and all of that good stuff. You can find Diz at, obviously, PokeDiz on YouTube, streaming mostly Sunday night. I say mostly just in case the wedding I know
Wedding
is going
season, it happens.
to do some things. So
I
we'll
was
see.
going to say, yeah, in October, around October 2nd, I will not be here.
Yeah.
It's like a week after. Just not even a week after my anniversary.
Sunday. But we actually are streaming the wedding. So technically, we are streaming once a week that week. Because you will
It
be
counts.
seeing the wedding live on the actual channel. So just so you know.
That's true. I had a blast. I do appreciate it. I always love hanging out with someone and chatting with the news as we go through stuff, Doug.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Diz, any parting words? Anything you want to say out there before we wrap up?
No, I just thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for talking about some of the news with us. For any of those who have been here through the entire stream, I thank y'all so much for once again being here with me, Phil, and Doug. I had an absolute blast being, this little guest appearance action. I hope I can be able to do it more.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just keep hunting. Happy hunting, as I always say in most of my videos. And yeah, I hope you pull the chase card you're looking for in your very next pack.
Absolutely. That's all you can ask for. That's what it's all about.
Well, Doug, I think that's a good wrap for episode 5.
I agree.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us tonight on Beards, Bourbons,
and Badoofs.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.